Well, hello there, and welcome to Frank Reads. I'm Frank Hasenmuller. I've been reading some of my favorite stories lately, and I thought I'd share them with you. I enjoy them, and hope you will too. Today I'm going to be reading a poem by Walt Whitman from his book, Leaves of Grass. Walt Whitman is one of the most famous and one of the most important American poets who ever lived. He was a trailblazer in the form of free verse, where he would not be beholden to the certain structures of poetry which had come before. It was very innovative and very controversial. In fact, his book, Leaves of Grass, remains to this day one of the most challenged books in America. And he lived in the mid to late 19th century, and he lived through the Civil War and through the presidency of Abraham Lincoln. Whitman himself did not fight in the war, but he did serve as a nurse, and so he did see some pretty horrific things, and his poetry reflects that. And this poem, "O Captain, My Captain," is an epitaph, essentially, for President Abraham Lincoln. Like most Americans who were alive at the time, the assassination of Lincoln affected Walt Whitman very profoundly, and this is just one of the poems that he composed about Lincoln, and it's one of his most famous and one of his most moving. It is, "O Captain, My Captain." O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wrack. The prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting, while follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen, cold, and dead. O Captain, my Captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle shrills, for you bouquets and ribboned wreaths, for you the shores a crowding. For you they call the swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you've fallen cold and dead. My captain does not answer. His lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm. He has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip, the victor ship comes in with object won. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells, but I with mournful tread walk the deck my captain lies, fallen, cold, and dead. Well, there you go. There's "O Captain, My Captain" by Walt Whitman. And it is a good example of free verse, and it's a good example of why Whitman is so good and why he's still so highly regarded, because by ignoring the poetic forms that came before him, he really showed how sometimes feelings cannot be bound by structure, and that the feeling is the important thing. The words used, the impact that the words have on the listener, is more important than the strict structures. And he's still highly regarded, so it's fair to say he was onto something. So I hope you enjoyed that poem. I know I did. And I hope you'll join me next time. And until then, keep reading.